when it comes to getting that peace you've always wanted in your life, I think it's just about callousing the mind, sharpening your mind to think in a certain way. When it comes to peace, it does not mean that you're not going to be frustrated. It doesn't mean that you're not going to be disappointed. But a part of having peace with life is accepting life as it comes. It doesn't matter what you're going through. There's a quote that I like from the Stoics that says, "These too shall pass." And what that quote means is, even if you're going through happy times, that time will pass. Sad times are going to come. That is the flavor of life. Life is random. We're going to have sad times. There will be good times where we are happy. It's a roller coaster of up and downs. But your ability to accept and let go is what is important. If you want peace with life, you need to accept the things that you can control. You need to accept the things that are within your control. So you need to look at your chessboard of life. We all have different chessboards, but when you look at your chessboard and what God has given you, the resources you have, the family you have, your mental state, all those things, right? What is it that you can do to improve your life right now? Sometimes it's applying for a new job. Sometimes I love going to the gym. Sometimes it's going to the gym. A strong body is a strong mind. Sometimes it's farming in your backyard. Sometimes it's calling your father or your mother who you haven't spoken to in years, right? The only way for you to have peace is to control the pieces you can control, to solve the problems that you are going through. Because we all have different circumstances in life, right? When you start to focus on things you don't control, you're going to be frustrated by life. There are certain things that we may want, but on our chessboard, on your chessboard of life, on my chessboard of life, it's impossible. I would love to be 6 foot tall. I'm not. I don't even think about it. But you see guys on the internet that are so obsessed with this thing of height because, the whole trend about girls love guys who are tall, right? This is just an example, right? I would love to look like, I don't know, Trey Songz or whoever, some of the most handsome men in the world. I'm not. So I want to be the best version of myself. I want to focus on the things that I can control. That's how you have peace in life. It doesn't matter what problem you're going through. Focus on the things that you can control and forget about the things you can't control. You can pray about them and hope. Just pray about it and leave it over there and focus on the things that you can do right now. That is one of the most important ingredients of peace. Number 2, you need to be okay with the results that you have right now, to understand that the results you have right now are an accumulation of the choices you've made in the past, and be okay with it. Let's move on. Starting today, let's move forward. Because remember, depression is in the past. It's you thinking about the past. Or maybe I should have done this, or why did this thing happen to me, and this happened to me, and that happened to me, right? Fuck all that. Let's focus on the present. Anxiety is you focusing on the future. Oh, I'm going to be this and this, and then I'm going to do this and this, and I'm going to get this, and nah. It's okay to just take a quick glance at the past to see your mistakes and come back to the present, and maybe just take a quick glance into the future of who you want to be and come back. 99% of your time should be focused on today. If you want to be a millionaire, you have to start asking yourself, how do millionaires behave? What do they do? If you want to have a nice body, how does the person you admire, like the type of body that you want, how would the person who has that body behave? What do they eat? How many hours do they go to the gym? How do they work out? What intensity do they have in their workouts? When you start to answer those questions today, when I wanted, I'm still in a work in progress when it comes to bodybuilding, right? But then I think of today. What did I eat? What time did I go to the gym? How was my workout? Those are the things I focus on. Today, I might write down before the end of my day what I'm going to do tomorrow, what kind of workout I'm going to do, what I'm going to eat. But I don't dwell on it too much. I focus on today. Live your life every 24 hours. Right? And what you do today is going to affect your future version. There's nothing wrong with having a future version of yourself, but it is dwelling in the future or dwelling in the past that's going to destroy your peace of mind. So, this is one of the ingredients for peace. Number 3, stop responding. This is a hard one for a lot of people. Stop responding to people. If someone says 2 plus 2 is 7, why do you feel the need to argue with them that no, 2 plus 2 is 4? No, it's 4. Bro, you know it's 4. Focus on your life. You can't change the perception of people. People are going through different things. People are also battling their past. People are also battling, they have different mindsets to things. Stop worrying about other people and worry about yourself. This need of trying to change people's minds is really going to bring... If you read How to Win Friends and Influence People, one of the first principles of that in that book is not to criticize people. Because people don't take criticism very well, right? But that also goes to not arguing with people. Because if you cannot change the mental state and it's very hard to change someone's line of thinking. If you know the truth and you know the path that you want to take, focus on that. Focus on the community and the people that want to listen to you and who have the same mindset. Don't focus on other people who are hard-headed and are stuck in their ways. This is just going to bring a lot of headache to you. Allow people to be wrong. Let them go through their own journey, right? Because sometimes it's being wrong for so long that's going to wake you up. When life strikes you and hits you in the head, then they're going to wake up. Don't worry about that. You've woken up. Life has made you wake up. Focus on that. You know? Number 4. Is it 4? Know your weaknesses if you want peace in life. You have to know your weaknesses. For some of you, you have a very short temper. And it's genetic. It can be genetic. Short temper can be genetic. It can be your environment. Know your weaknesses. If you know you have a short temper, then there are certain environments that you don't need to be. If someone is offending you, you need to be the first to move away. Don't be arguing with people. If you know alcohol is your trigger and you start fighting people, stop drinking around people that trigger you. Have a community of 2-3 friends that you can drink with that don't trigger you, that you know it's all peace. What is your weakness? When you know your weaknesses, you know exactly how to deal with them. Because we all have weaknesses. We all do. You start to surround yourself people who are going to help you with the weaknesses. You start to behave in a way where you know this is my weakness. If you are a very loving person, you know that is a strength, but it can also be a weakness because you're going to attract people that just want to use you. So now you need to learn how to identify those people because you're a loving person, you are a gift-giving person, but other people are not like you. So you want to use that strength, which can also be a weakness. You want to use that strength to the people that appreciate and reciprocate. If your weakness is that you fall in love quickly, you need to find a way to protect yourself. If your weakness is that you are somebody who doesn't, care. Some people are like that. Some people are just nonchalant naturally. But they may want to receive love. Then they have to go the extra mile to try to explain maybe to people that they love why they are how they are. And probably look for people that are going to accept them for who they are. So these are some of the tenets for peace if you want peace in your life. Avoid toxic relationships because the energy in a toxic relationship is going to drag you into a bad state. Think about it. When you have a partner who constantly argues with you, how can you have peace in your life? When you have friends that are constantly starting fights and then they want to come with you to you and say, oh, let's go and fight this person and that person. When you have friends that gossip, when you have family that gossips, when you're surrounded by people who just want to trigger you, when you are surrounded by people who have a victim mindset, it's never their fault. Everything is someone else's fault. And you have taken the steps to understand that everything is your fault. That is the only way you can move and be strong in this life. Why do you surround yourself with people with a victim mindset? Because they will come to you with every problem. Oh, he did this to me, she did this to me, I was so good to him. You know, those people with victim mindsets, they are never wrong. Everyone else wrongs them. They are perfect, they are angels. Because when you're okay in the head, even when you go through a breakup, you ask yourself, okay, this person broke up with me, but what is it that I did to contribute to this? Am I taking care of myself? Is it that maybe they're not attracted to me because I don't take care of myself? Oh, it's financial if you're a guy. Okay, maybe I need to up my money. Probably my next partner, I don't want to have those problems. Maybe I don't have charisma. How can I learn to have charisma? Maybe it's because you are not in shape. Maybe whatever the reason, a person who's okay upstairs always puts the blame on themselves and not the other person. Because when you don't put the blame on, when you put the blame on other person, this is where you see people who are bitter. These people will say, men are dogs and men are trash and women are trash and this and that, because when someone breaks up with them, they view it as a gender issue. Yes, men and women can have certain similarities. Men are similar in certain things. Women are also similar in general, but there are good people out there. So if you want peace in life, you have to come to life understanding that everything is your fault. And then when you do that, your brain starts to find solutions. It starts to be at peace. You're not bitter with anybody. So these are not the only tenets for peace, but the video has to be short. So till my next video, guys, like, comment, and subscribe. I'm out.